Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. A beautiful topic today, delicate one, but a very important one. Is it possible to reawaken the love and passion in my marriage when my husband says it's dead and gone? This is one of the questions I got asked on my Instagram. Like I said, it's a delicate topic, but a very important one and a crucial one. Now, it is important to understand that what I'm sharing here is general advice that I have seen works in marriages in my clients. But if you're looking for something specific, tailored to your specific need in your particular situation in your marriage, then I would highly recommend that you book in a coaching session with me, inshallah. So let's begin. Bismillah. Like I said, it's a delicate topic, but it is important to understand that a marriage goes through different phases and seasons of life and its growth as well. So it is possible that you will have ups and downs in your marriage. It might feel daunting. It might feel overwhelming. You might feel alone. But having these skills in your hand will help you to move forward, inshallah. It will bring in your awareness. It will help you in rebuilding and healing and moving forward, inshallah. The first step is acknowledge the situation. Acknowledge where you are. Acknowledge the season of marriage that you are in, that yes, you and your husband are becoming distant, and the love and the intimacy is going down. This is you accepting the stage of your marriage that you are in. It's crucial to remember that there is no blame, there is no criticism, there is no shame here. What has happened has happened. This is your reality right now. The more you are open to accepting the season of marriage that you are in right now, the easier it will be for you to move forward, inshallah. What has happened has happened. So there is no blame, there is no criticism. Acknowledge your feelings, accept your feelings, and your husband's, what he has shared with you. Accept it. Yes, it might be hard, but if he's saying he feels a bit distant, he feels that the love is going down, it's fading away, yes, you have to accept it, because when you accept, only then you will be able to move forward, inshallah. The second step in this is your connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you are doing all the skills, if you are implementing all the strategies, all the tools, all the mindset work, and you are not waking up for tahajjud, then know that things will take time to where you want them to be. The results will not be the same as you want them to be. For you to see the results, for you to see the things happening, you have to have a very, very strong bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So your tahajjud, your fajr, your salahs, your all other 5-time prayer salahs, your zikr, your istighfar, your sadaqah needs to be very, very strong. You have to rely on Allah for Him to open doors and say, Ya Allah, I'm doing all these things and I'm coming to you. I am making dua. Open doors of rahmah and love for me and my husband. This is something very important, and in the midst of the chaos, we forget to implement this point. Third one, renew your intentions. Yes, you're like, why do I need to renew my intentions in marriage, right? But it is important because intentions are rewarded. And if your intention is just for the dunya's sake, then you are rewarded accordingly. Even in marriage, when you renew your intention and say, I am doing this for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because marriage is completing half of my deen, and it's my way of going close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and collecting all the rewards for Jannah, you bring immense barakah. You open doors. You are open to receiving the blessings and barakah that Allah is opening doors for, inshallah, for you and your husband. So yes, take a few minutes and sit down and renew your intentions. What are they? Write them down and go in your marriage with the renewed intentions, inshallah. The next point, expressing gratitude. Very simple, very effective, very, very powerful. Expressing gratitude for the smallest thing that your husband does, for the man he is, brings in so much of appreciation, brings in so much of love, brings in so much of validation. Because remember, he is a man. He is also craving for that. He is also craving for appreciation. He is also craving for gratitude from you, from his wife. So expressing your gratitude for, even if he takes the bin outside, or he increases the heating because you're feeling the house is getting cold, say Jazakallah khair, I really appreciate it. Expressing gratitude and adding in appreciation also will help you in moving forward. I'm going to be talking more about appreciation later, inshallah. The next one is building emotional intimacy. This is very, very important. You wait for the date night to happen once a week or once a month. And in between those days, those weeks, if you're not doing anything to work on your marriage or connect with your husband, then you are missing major chunk of how to build emotional intimacy. The opportunities, the way that you can connect with him, subhanAllah, you're missing out on those. So you're looking for something big, but you're missing out the micro things that you can implement in your marriage. What can this look like? Watching a drama at night after dinner. Make a nice cup of green tea. Watch that drama. It's you to connect with him, sit with him, hold his hand, maybe have some chocolate. It's as simple as that. If you have small kids, okay, yes, the kids will be with you. If you want to put them into bed, go put them in bed and then come and sit. If he is watching something, his show, just come and sit with him for 10 to 15 minutes and have a conversation. One or two things that you say on what you're watching, not big conversation, because this is the time that you're winding off, you are relaxing. Just regular check-in in the morning. How are you? How are you feeling? A hug, holding hands, sharing something insightful that you have seen or you have watched. It's you building this bond on a daily basis rather than just waiting for that perfect date night to happen, which never happens because yes, you have kids, yes, you have responsibilities. If you are going for date night, please go ahead. That's amazing. But what are you doing in between? So building emotional intimacy will help you to rekindle the love that you have been craving for, inshallah. And when you're doing these skills, something very important to understand is you have to be patient. You have to be very, very patient. So when you're doing these things, you have to have sabr, because marriage is not just press of a button that you have done this and you're going to see the results. The results are in the hands of Allah. That's why in the beginning I said you have to have immense connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right? Now, the next point is communication. Communication is a big one in marriage and in relationships. It is important and can be a game changer. I'm going to be discussing two parts over here. One is active listening and the second one is non-verbal communication. Active listening, like you're listening to me right now and you're concentrating to all the words that I'm saying. This is active listening. When someone is talking to you, you have to give the other person your 100% attention. It's not like they are talking and you are playing the answers and the advice and the suggestions in your mind. Because when you're doing it, which most of us do, you miss out on what the emotions he is expressing, especially your husband. He is expressing behind his words. So when you are actively listening to what he's saying, you are concentrating on the emotions he is expressing behind his words. Because in his complaints, he is telling you what he actually needs from you. A double point in this one. So yes, Active listening is you listen to him without any distractions, no phones, eye-to-eye contact. That is important. And you let him finish, and then you give your answer or advice or anything that you want after he has finished. Non-verbal communication. This is your body language. This is your eye movement. This is the way you are sitting. Like if he is talking and you're rolling your eyes, he's going to sense it. He's going to understand. If he's saying something and if you're like, oh, here it goes again, he is going to sense it and he's going to close off. He's not going to share anything with you because he is like, okay, what I'm saying is not being appreciated, or there is no value of my words in this home. This is really one of the, a man messaged me on Instagram and he said, whenever I speak to my wife rolls her eyes and just goes like, oh, what is this now? And he said that he feels unheard, that there is no respect for him in this house. SubhanAllah, very crucial and important, right? Your body language, the way you're sitting. If you're slouching, that means what he is saying or sharing with you, you are not showing any interest. If your hands are closed, that's also not very, very attractive to a man. So your body language, your posture, the way you're sitting, the way you've kept your hands, that is very, very important. The next point is appreciation. Like everyone, your husband wants appreciation. He needs the appreciation as well. For the small thing he does, for the big thing he does, the groceries that he gets, simple statements like, I really appreciate you for doing this. Thank you. Jazakallah khair. This builds up so much of emotional intimacy. He feels valued. He feels respected. He feels that what he is doing as a man who is a protector and a provider in his home is appreciated and it's being noticed. SubhanAllah, something very small, but the impact is great. Now, if appreciation is a trigger for you, because it can be, this is where I want you to sit with yourself and ask, why is this a trigger for me? Why do I find appreciating my husband very triggering? Why is it difficult for me? So that you gain some self-awareness about this concept in your marriage, inshallah. The next one is, like I said, dua and appreciation. Make immense dua at the time when it rains, at the time of tahajjud, after reciting Quran, when the duas are accepted. Make dua and continue with these practices. And you have to be patient, because over here you're detaching from the outcome. You are making progress. You are learning these skills. You are making dua. You are connecting with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are building a strong bond with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And you're doing these skills. You're doing these works. You're implementing all these things. Result is in the hands of Allah. One thing you have to do is believe in yourself that yes, I am doing this. I'm listening to this video because Allah guided this video into your YouTube app, and you're seeing this video because Allah wants you to listen to it. Take what you need to and implement it in your marriage today, inshallah. Detach from the outcome. Remember, marriage is something that you need to work on every single day, not just one day of a weekend or of a month. It's every day that you need to work on. I pray you find this video beneficial. Share what came up for you, what things have you tried, and what results have you seen, inshallah. Do not forget to subscribe and like to be updated of the future videos that are coming in, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.